are, are very problematic, especially when you have to deal with already a messy first map, and then we already waited there for about half an hour and such. Maybe if we're lucky, or if they are lucky, we're going to be seeing the return of Neelan within the first or the second half at least. But in any case, for the moment, VP with the pistol under their belt, with even a little bit of utility kept in their inventory, given that they didn't really use any of it. A little bit of a disadvantage, and full force. Syman, no surprise there.
Yeah, I kind of expected out of this squad they're going to need some miracles to be able to perform in this game at the moment, but Virtus.pro going to be running again that looser style toward the B-bomb site. Oh, with Lurs not getting any info here. This could be vital. They'll take the first kill, keep a chance, but no. KOs can't even get the refrag. It's straight into the B-bomb site. And unfortunately, it is Virtus.pro that again will clean house the second round. Expected with the weaponry they had. It's Mo and Kreyaz the final two. Pretty sure they spotted out Sanji. No, yeah, they did. It was Sanji that didn't catch Kreyaz in the balcony either. But nevertheless, whilst Mo gets an exit kill, it is going to mean very little, unfortunately. Second round on the board for Virtus.pro. A full eco to come for Syman. A solid start this far for that T side, but again, unfortunately, it is kind of to be expected, and losing pistol doesn't really set you off on a good start, but at least they'll have a gun round after the next. It is an eco to come and a chance for VP to make it 3.
Indeed, and I did say on Overpass, where VP were clearly dominating quite hard, that they have finally realized that they should not be making the same mistake as they did against Spirits. They should not be playing as free-headed as they did. Just keep together, make sure you're refragging each other, and you should be fine. And right now, indeed, even going up against Lurs, obviously they are probably going to be a little bit more relieved, a little bit less concerned. Let's hold on for that thought for a second. It's going to be a few players rushing down middle. Well, a few, I mean all. Unfortunately, they only get a single kill. A lot of damage dealt, but not more than that. Oh, that's unfortunate. As I was saying, basically, VP, keep yourself composed. Make sure you don't make crucial errors. And like I said, playing against Lurs, playing against a player you obviously not a full squad. That's what matters, and you are at an advantage already. Try to abuse that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Especially if they can sort of kickstart this game with like 5, 6, 7 clean rounds without any sort of opposition from Syman, then we'll essentially see quite the quick wipe. Unfortunately, I've sort of come to believe, and we will see how Syman can handle their first gun round here. Still waiting for confirmation on whether Solar is present as a coach role. He's going to be having like quite the big impact in terms if he is on the server. But as far as I could tell, it's both him and Naylan that have been hit by a power outage. So there's not even like you can sort of act as a temporary IGL, right? If Solar was in the server, he'd be doing the calling. But a great start nevertheless. Beautiful double nade and at least plenty of damage inflicted. Right now on the back of the bomb site, though, able to at least trade back one. They will pull away just carefully, but Sanji, he's already in the back of the site, so he is going to be that anchor player that they need right now. Smoke is down. As long as they rat out hit, they're in a great position, but it's Kreyaz again to get the job done. A 4-on-2, and they should not be losing this one now.
Yeah, they really shouldn't, given how they kicked it off. And in pit, again, Kreyaz holding the line. Beautifully done. James, does he throw away the op, make sure that they don't pick it up? Well, I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter even. 30 seconds. James, is he still going to try and save it? We're about to find out. Maybe the answer would be yes, if Syman are going to keep to this and not really look for any sort of early engagement. Well, early, I mean any engagement whatsoever. And he will save, of course. But VP, that was a bit hectic. I just said that they need to be careful. They need to play a little bit more composed and level-headed, and they decide to push in towards a short without any sort of proper commitment. Kreese was given 3 free frags for nothing. Nobody was even intending on snuffing him out of that position. So certainly we can chalk it up to VP being a little bit careless. But alas, there's going to be another buy, another investment, of course, and a classic setup by Syman as well.
Yeah, so far so good. At the moment with Diamond. Oof, that's a big loss to take, though. Just got confirmation as well that Solar is actually not in the server, so not only are they without their IGL, it's the coach as well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So this is a big loss for them, and even bigger here as Norbert going to fall to James AWP. Does get peeked inside a library, but not going to take the extra swing. Smoke down, maybe a flash. There we go. KO so far. Not off the mark in terms of kills, and it's a clean round from Virtus.pro. Bomb will go down. And it is a full-on reset for Syman here, unfortunately. No money left. Meaning that 4-1 might just turn to 5. You can see that Virtus.pro, they're already hunting down this final man as well of Lurs. He has an M4 that they want to take out of their hands.
Yeah.
But again, like we sort of prefaced, it's unfortunately Virtus.pro that are probably just going to be running this into the ground. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a double-digit half out of them. Now that especially we know that they've not got a coach nor IGL, essentially it's probably Mo that is acting IGL. He's probably the more experienced in this squad in terms of leadership role.
Yeah.
I think he did that back in Tengri or one of the sides that he played on, one of the up-and-coming Kazakhstan sides, so he has some sort of experience, but again, nothing that you compare with the likes of Nealon as an IGL or even Solar as an acting sort of caller in the game. But it is a situation, unfortunately, they just have to take on the chin. Virtus.pro, they'll be given no respect, they'll pay no dividends, they'll get the job done, whether it's without a coach or an IGL or not. So 4-1, full eco, looking like 5, and overall a pretty confident start from Virtus.pro.
I mean, you got to be confident when you go up against a coachless team and an IGL-less team. Given the fact that Nealon was also a great fragger, it does take away quite a little bit. And you know, it's I'm interested in hearing who will be making the calls now, since they are unable to be here. In any case, though, banana control going to be contested for, and Chaos will actually defend it. He finds himself a frag, a second for Lurs. Unfortunately, it's still not enough. It is back to a 3-on-3 with Sanji holding second middle. We do have vision being granted as he takes down both easily. Last man standing, Mo, you know, hoping that he gets a free drop of a rifle or something, but alas, not meant to be. Sanji still just kind of keeping to the back lines. He's going to be holding banana, and that is going to be a Rapperino for this round. As we are going to be bumping up to 5 for VP. The money for Syman again back there, but it is going to be a full investment. And it's the replay of the beautiful stuff Yanji's been doing. It's unusual to see a player be left in that spot, so, you know, obviously not really going to be read by Syman, yet it's still a smart idea, the way they played it.
Taking a look at them odds as well, provided by Midnight on the stream at the moment. I think that was like a 1.15 in favor of VP to like a 5 of Syman, so seems like the current situation is definitely favoring Virtus.pro, and of course it is. Also, all the odds provided by Midnight.com, of course. Head over there and sign up in the description. Use code HOME and get yourself a free 20 bets. And well, speaking of successful things, it's KOs and Lurs that find a double, one of which was through the smoke. Sanji nearly gets a chance there and might definitely do, but no. KO's able to shut out Buster, and it seems like Syman will get themselves a chance at a second round, and most likely will confirm it as well. It's not going to do much in the grand scheme of things. KOs goes walking through a smoke as well. They realise the second man's in there, but won't expect the third, and they'll get it done and dusted at least to be able to close this one out. So, well, VP, they'll go straight for the rebuy, as expected. And Syman, it's all about consecutive rounds here. It's all well and good getting around here and around there, but when you look at it for the economy's sake and the progression of this first half, they have to be picking up a consecutive victory here. They cannot afford to lose this one.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to make sure that this is at least the tie coming in if they intend to have any sort of chance of winning this first half. But in any case, it's going to be 3 men towards Banana itself. A little bit of an aggressive stance being poised out. It's still going to be Busted that gets the entry. Kreese and Mo, though, the reply is nearly imminent. Good nades to return at least a little bit of the damage, but the kills are still there. As Syman, they split the defense, split the build 2-2. A boost by Mo, yeah. Gonna put Chaos up there, I believe. Well, Norbert, burning a little bit. Needs to be careful, doesn't want to be caught whilst trying to escape. there was a chance if that smoke had dissipated in that moment. Obviously, that Norbert would have been taken out of commission. We see the cross from under balcony and on site. Ooh, Norbert spots the weapon, takes the fight, wins the duel. That's what matters now. It's going to be Kreese trying to hold the line subsequently here. And Peter doesn't check the corner, turns around the 180, still hits it though. Whoa. What? It is going to be Norbert on site with 14 trembling in his pants as it is Jame with the op to connect. And it's Chaos and Mo left back into a 2-on-2. Low HP for both sides of VP, but so it is for Mo.
Yeah, this AWP as well can also be such an issue here on the side of Virtus.pro and Kikert. Oh, didn't get the spot there. KO's the timing. No! This cannot be happening, surely. Down to the 1-on-2 and not going to matter. That is a 4-on-2 there that Syman have just squandered, and what a position they could have been in. Again, though, it is Virtus.pro that find the success that will reign supreme in that round, and you can see it's going to allow a rebuy from Syman, but it is an incredibly feeble one. And what a detrimental effect that will have on the Syman guys. They are already facing many issues outside of this, and it's VP that just seem to be realizing that now and going full throttle. Great nade onto Kikert. Double, actually, to find the early kill of the round, and that's a great start from Syman, but they need to turn that into a victory.
They really do. Chaos trying to jump spot. He is risking a lot with that, but in the nick of time, he evades the nade as well. VP, perhaps a little bit over-aggressive, perhaps a little bit overconfident. You never can be, even if you do play against effectively a 4-man squad with a replacement who isn't really attuned to this at all. No matter how we want to spin this, though, it's time to see if Syman is up to the task. They need to win as many as they can, as many as there are presented to them rounds, that means, of course. In the sense that with an entry like this, it doesn't come cheap, nor does it come easily. You should be doing everything in your power possible to not lose it for free. I'm a little bit wary of the fact that they left B open without any rifles to hold it. An MP9 and a Deagle is not necessarily going to be enough at all. Chaos in first box behind. On top box, it is going to be the MP9 of Mr. Lurs. Excuse me. He still finds one. The wide peak from Chaos, though, unnecessary as he gets caught. Adren, the double.
Unraveling of Syman, but again, it's just one of those unfortunate instances where, even though it is going to be, I think we can say, a very easy victory for Virtus.pro, I mean, it already is looking that way. Unfortunately, you know, they're going to lose the winner's game most likely, but they have got another attempt. If all issues are resolved, they can go into the decider game and still be able to compete, of course, for a chance to get out into the second slot in the bracket. But fortunately, it's probably a game that most people are going to overlook. If you lose Inferno like this, which they are looking like they are going to do at the moment, as long as you know you take into account that obviously they had issues outside of the server, no one's going to look at this Inferno game and think, oh, these guys have suddenly become absolutely terrible on Inferno. It's not going to play you like that. So fortunately, whilst they are in a bit of a crappy situation with this whole power outage thing, it's not going to be a killer of one, their tournament life at the moment, or two, the overall way that other teams right now are looking at their Inferno. Because without the issues, their Inferno that we saw was really good. So there is the one thing that's to look at, that it is a solid map for them when things are as they should be.
Very true indeed. Now, alongside that, though, on that note, it is going to be a little bit of a weird start. We do lose the entry on Banana. It was Buster that tried to solo play it, where Lurs was successfully able to take him out with the help of Chaos, I believe. Of course, a pop flash from him in that sense. But VP, this is a B execution. They'll be going for the full-on take. Attempt from Dark. The op of Mo has to connect. He cannot miss a single shot. He does get the first, and it looks like VP is a little bit reluctant to keep on pushing. Jane burns Lurs, though, as Mo has to move out. He gets one more through the smoke. Chaos fails, but Mo delivers, and it's going to be again Mo finding himself a few vital frags. It's Kreese and Norbert in a 1-on-2. 16 seconds. Time is everything here, and if they can get the plant to not happen, it's perfect. The pop flash as well, and it does not happen. VP, they will have to take the L here, and that is going to be the third to Syman. Finally.
Gives them a little bit more breathing room here on that CT side. They will have that full buy again back in their hands. This one from Mo again. Dark Corner nearly had a lineup there with the way that one was coming, but fortunately the VP got to live to fight a little longer, although you can see the investment now on this T side. They are starting to be plagued by a lack of economy themselves. Mo sitting in the molly, taking a bit of damage there. Up at the top of mid with that AWP. Boost as well, not going to be allowed. Buster drop down to 43 himself. It's Mo again with his AWP that is popping off at the moment.
And Lurs, great stuff.
Yeah, peeks the top wide Banana, taking down Buster, low HP, and very simple frag to find. Syman seeming to be waking up a little bit. If the CT side can get 5-6 rounds at a minimum, they'll be okay moving into the second half. The second half is really what actually terrifies me. No IGL, no coach on a T side. I am quite, I'm a little bit,
oh yeah,
apprehensive of that, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's Syman right now that just needs to be able to keep consistent. If they can make 5-6 rounds here.
Oh, he spots him.
Oh yeah, the head giving up there, James. Gonna have the info to play with. Keycut knows there's a second man on Balk as well. This is where VP will start the commit. They've both backed away into lower pit, though, so it's going to be a bait-and-switch scenario if they can keep the player alive. Adren, though, going to be coming in for the first. Looking to try and take it. Yes, they will. They check pit, though? Yes, they do.
They're ready for it.
Oh, VP, a clear up of the bomb site, down to a 3-on-2, and sure, Keycut tag, but it's the afterplant now that VP can play.
I mean, honestly, it's about the fact that the first time that Syman tried to pull that one, a fast one, they didn't check it. The second, they're not going to be burned again. We can see Chaos and Lurs. The attempt of the retake is coming through short. Jane takes the shot as he's blinded. Will miss, but that should be a deadly signal to anybody trying to come through short. And with two players on site tucked away safely in the corner, this round is as good as gone, as it is already gone. It is going to be 9-3 as VP successfully penetrates the defensive lines of Syman. Oh, Chaos. I mean, sure, exit frags are a thing, but you want to be... Okay, goodbye, Jane. I'm not sure what he was thinking there. He had less than...
Nice.
80... he had less than 80... sorry, 93 HP, yeah. So it's like, yeah, you're not surviving there. Still, it is going to be 9-3. And a pretty hefty loss for VP as well. They lose the majority of their weapons, well, all of their weapons. Yeah. So effectively, they are in a bit of a pickle.
Worst part about it is as well, if VP wouldn't have called this pause, then Syman wouldn't have realized anything's up. But taking attack pause after a round win is pretty much a clear identification sort of giveaway that you have very little to invest into this round, and that is exactly the case. And You can see, weirdly enough, like, VP have won the round, but it's a half buy from Adren. They're not investing fully into the economy, just to ensure that they at least have something for the next round. So it almost feels like a loss for Virtus.pro, but they know they've got sort of plenty of rounds in the back pocket to play with. They're not wanting to take any risks against this squad. They don't want to be giving them free rounds. But most likely, this is going to open a nice little avenue of possibility for Syman here, just to be able to get yourselves a little bit of an extra round. That double nade from Banana Keycut, he gets taken down. It was Buster in the previous that was tagged. It was, I think, Sanji as well that got taken out by one of those. They need to be prepared for those nades that are coming.